Aloha, this is Samuel Guy in Hawaii with a look at the 2022 Borderlands hunt. 10 months ago, I did a series of videos on the 2021 winter hunt to include a breakdown of the numbers, suggestions for maximizing our hunt score, and a special expanded spreadsheet designed to make running the hunt and tracking our score easier and more intuitive. We're doing it again for the upcoming 2022 hunt. A link to the new spreadsheet is below. This hunt, however, is being run in Borderlands 2, not Borderlands 3, which was the home of the last two hunts. And Borderlands 2 is very different from Borderlands 3. I will go over that in some detail, but not in this video. This video explains how the spreadsheet works and how to use it. A second video covers the hunt itself, talks about the differences, and covers some suggested strategies and tips for making it easier and more enjoyable. Keep an eye out for that. You really need to watch both. Okay, so let's take a look at the spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet we can download from the official hunt website. Okay, bookmark the website, read the rules. And this is my spreadsheet downloadable from Google Docs. Download it or make a copy and save it in Google Docs for personal use. I highly suggest you download a copy. We can sort it and also track our jobs as we go. Before we go any further, this spreadsheet is made in Microsoft Excel and includes features and functionality that will not necessarily work in any program except in Excel. It works fine if we download a copy and open it up in Excel. That I have tested. If we open or view it in Google Docs, Google Sheets though, some things won't display properly. It will still be helpful, but some of the conditional formatting that kicks in when logging a claim, things I'm going to demonstrate, don't work the same way. That also may or may not be the case with other spreadsheet programs. Additionally, the Excel spreadsheet is protected to prevent accidentally editing any of the information. The protection is not password locked, so anyone can unprotect it and do what they want with their copy. That protection, however, is not fully functional again in Google Docs. Now, if I had more time, I'd research the problem and at least try to get it all to work in Google Docs and Google Sheets, but the hunt is just around the corner, so I don't have the time for that. I apologize. It can still be used to track drops, just need to be a bit more careful. Now, this first column, this is where we log items we've claimed. Remember, this is a personal tracker. We still need to log our claims on the official tracker on the official website to get actual credit. Read the rules. We log it by typing in this number in the adjacent points column. Okay, this is how much each item is worth if claimed during the hunt. These two cells in the upper left should show the total number of items claimed and the total point score as we go. Additionally, there are a number of items on the list that can be claimed not only from a listed dedicated source, but also as a world drop, okay? On the official spreadsheet, these are marked with a small bullseye by the name and a 1 in this bounty column. These items, if dropped by the listed dedicated source, vice claimed as a world drop, are worth an additional point, hence the 1 in the official spreadsheet bounty column. If an item can be claimed as a world drop, as well as a dedicated source, the number in the points column is the world drop value, and the number in the bounty column is simply the world drop number plus 1. So type the appropriate number in the claim column to log the item. Okay. If we claim it as a world drop and then later farm the same item from its dedicated source, we can also change the number. Okay. Notice how when we type a number here, some of the cells change color to let us know at a glance that we've claimed the item. The format is slightly different if we claim a bounty. And if we type something that doesn't match the regular or bounty number, this cell turns red, informing us we have made a mistake we need to fix. Okay. This is the functionality that doesn't fully work at the moment in Google Docs. This is what it looks like in Google Docs at the moment. We can still type in numbers, and the item number will change color, but the formatting in the first few columns is different. Okay, this is the item name, this is the item type beside it, and this is the item rarity code in case we want to sort by that. The color code of these three may or may not match that of the official spreadsheet. A rare is the lowest at 3, then epic at 4, legendary 5, seraph 6, pearlescent at 7, effortless at 8. 9 is not a rarity, but does separate out credit for reaching OP levels. Okay, the content column shows the shortened name of the content which contains the item and its source. Okay, base is the base or vanilla game, Scarlet is the Captain Scarlet and her Pirate Booty DLC, etc. If there's a U after the source, the item only drops in UVHM, Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. If there's a T after the number, it only drops in TVHM or above. A number after the U means these only drop from their sources on that player level or higher in UVHM. FYI, All content in UVHM is never lower than 50. Pearlescents have either the number 61 or an asterisk after the U. I just told you what the 61 means. The asterisk means this can actually be obtained below level 50 in normal mode or TVHM, but only from the slot machine in Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. So if we have a buttload of iridium and time, that's one way to farm these items. Be advised though, I did the math on this, and the odds on getting any one of these items that way is around 1 in 17,000. And it gets worse each time we win one we don't already have. Okay. The source column is who or what we need to farm to get the job. If it's red, it's a raid boss. This is the primary source. Some items have more than one valid drop source. The primary source is generally the easiest to farm, generally. Okay. The location column lists the map and sometimes map area where the item can be farmed from the source. This list column, when sorted on, puts the items in the same order they appear on the official spreadsheet. This is how the sheet is saved in Google Drive via the link provided. That's not how I suggest you use it, however. Okay, I suggest immediately sorting on this mission code column and using that as the default sort setting. Okay, this sorts items by the order in which they appear as we play through the story. Main game items are grouped together, as are each DLC. There are a lot of items that, while farmable from a particular location, cannot actually be farmed when we first access that location. Okay, they only become farmable later in the playthrough. Sorting on this column helps us recognize farmable items as they become available during a playthrough, and helps us avoid wasting time trying to locate a source that's not yet revealed. For example, Mobley and Gettle, who dropped the Varuk and Lyuda, spawn on the Dust map, which we reach in the story early in a Damn Fine Rescue mission. However, they don't actually spawn until we get to the end of the Good, the Bad, and the Mordecai side mission. And that mission only becomes available right after the A Train to Catch mission where we kill Wilhelm, and right before the Rising Action mission where Sanctuary lifts off and Faith ships away, all of which is later in the story. Okay, keep that in mind. If there is more than one source, by the way, this code only applies to the primary source. The mission column is simply the name of the primary mission, which must be completed in order to farm the source. Okay. Now, all columns to the right of this first mission column list basic info for any additional sources. About 50 or so items have a second source, 7 have a third, 4 a fourth, and one item, the Infinity, actually has 5 possible dedicated sources. Most of the time, though, it's only 1 or 2, so don't get put off by all this empty real estate out here. Lastly, a few of these secondary sources, ones that spawn on District Peak, have a minimum OP level listed here. And that's it. If you spot any issues or mistakes in the sheet, or have comments or suggestions, please do so in the usual way below. Also be on the lookout for the second video going over hunt strategy and tips. And until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.